Why is no contact the best strategy that exists to get an ex back? Let's jump right into it. Number one, it gives your ex a taste of a world without you. You have been in this relationship with this person, even a situationship, it doesn't really matter, with an X amount of maybe weeks, months, or even years. And here's the deal, they are so accustomed to you chasing them, expecting you to show up in their lives, whether it's a happy birthday text, to be there for them, to console them after a bad day, or just to simply be there with them to celebrate the happy times. And all of those are good things. You didn't do anything wrong. For one reason or another, your relationship has ended. She's told you she needed space, which by the way is a breakup, and you feel devastated, and I understand. Lil bro, what you need to do is give them a taste of their own medicine. They want a break from you. They want time away from you. They want space from you. Or they just flat out told you this isn't gonna work, we gotta break up. The first step is obviously acceptance. Even if you don't want to, you accept that that's what she feels in the moment, not permanently. Just like when she told you she loved you and she always wanted to be with you, she only means those things in the moment, okay? Women love in the moment. So you don't need to put a lot of stock into what a woman is telling you when they tell you they love you, when they tell you they'll always be there for you, blah, 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 blah. You need to have it in the back of your mind that that's great. That's not a bad sign, but that's also just what they're feeling in the moment, okay? And that could change literally in an hour, okay? You could piss them off, you know, by not putting your clothes in a hamper, not calling them back when you said you would or something like that. And now they're pissed off at you. Now they don't feel like that, right? That's femininity though, all right? You'll learn to love it. Women are chaos. Men are to be able to handle that chaos. Some women are so chaotic they cannot be handled. Those are the women that constantly want to brag about their independence, about being boss babes and stupid shit like that. And those women are to be avoided at all costs. She wanted a world without you, so you need to give her that. And what I see a lot of guys doing is they find every excuse available. And I understand, little bro. I understand that you want to text them when it's their birthday. Well, like, I know we're in no contact, but I got to text her happy birthday. I'll just look like an It's like, no, dude. You will reset all of your progress. And I mean this, even if her parents die, if her brother and sister die, it doesn't matter. You do not text this woman, okay? You don't do it. You don't show up in her life. That is not to say that you are going to be rude or anything like that. You do not text this woman for any reason under the sun. If you are dying in a hospital bed, you can write her a note. That's it. You don't contact her ever again. And what I see a lot of guys doing is they have every little excuse to text them. And I know, because your brain will look for them. She forgot her hoodie at my house. And women do this stuff on purpose, by the way. They leave little items at your place so that you always have an excuse to contact them, and they always have an excuse to contact you. But here's the deal. During no contact, okay, during a breakup, you are going to look for every little excuse to reach out. You're going to want closure. And it doesn't even matter what the excuse is. Your brain will reach for anything and everything that it can because it wants to reach out so bad because you are so attached to this woman. You've got to detach, okay? Breathe and understand that during no contact, she has got to live in a world that is completely void of your attention. You're not going to like anything on her Facebook profile, her Instagram profile, her Snapchat. You're not even going to look at her stories. You're not going to look at her Instagram. Now, you're not going to block them either because that's childish. That's what you did in elementary school, middle school. And honestly, by the time you're in high school, you should learn that that's kind of childish and you need to basically knock that crap off. Because adults don't do that. Well, at least people who are mature don't do that. Unless, of course, they are toxic and you legitimately never want to hear from them again. You need to make sure that you mean that, because your word as a man has to mean more to you than pretty much anything else in life, okay? So if you tell a woman you're done, you're done. If you tell a woman, I'm going to block you and never talk to you again, you damn sure better do it, because that's your weakness as a man that needs to be stamped out of you, okay? Be a man of your word. So that means even if you want to tell her that, because the real reason that you're trying to block her is to try to get her to reach out to you. I mean, admit it, all right? And that's weakness. Let her go. She doesn't need a last text from you. You don't need the last word in a conversation. You've got to learn to detach immediately. It means if she sends you a breakup text, we need to break up, whatever, blah, 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 we need time and space. I understand. I'm not really interested in something like that. Let me know if you change your mind. Have a good day. Void of begging, void of all that nonsense, okay? Point number 1 was to give your ex a taste of a world without you. Number 2, it makes you more attractive. And of course, the obvious of this is what everybody says, especially if you're a guy, they say, go to the gym, work out and do all this stuff. And here's the thing, most guys will do that for like a month, maybe 2, and they lose like 5 pounds. Maybe they gain a pound or 2 of muscle. They look a little bit better. And then here's the thing, she'll text you, and she always texts you. They always text you, dude. They always text you. And you'll stop. You'll stop going to the gym. You'll stop eating right. You'll stop doing all that crap because here's the deal. You only did that for them. You only did that for them because you placed them higher on your list of priorities in life than you do your goal, your purpose, your body, or anything like that. And that's bullshit. Place them at the highest they could ever possibly be a second. Your life goal as a man needs to be number 1. And I will say that until the day I die. I am so sick of seeing men put their relationships as the top. And then what happens is whenever they break up with you, everything else under that just absolutely crumbles. They don't take care of themselves. They're calling into work. They're calling into school. And they just can't seem to deal with this. And it's like, dude, stop placing women as your top priority in life. Stop placing them on the pedestal, okay? You need to be finding out what your goal is and focusing on it. Under the same point, I want you to understand something, that scarcity creates value. In other words, you were abundant in their life. They could text you at any time, they could call you at any time, and they could probably see you at any time. Anytime they wanted to pick up the phone, they could say, hey, guess what? I did this today, let's hang out, let's do whatever, it doesn't matter, and you'd be there. Not anymore. They wanted a world without you. Show them how rare you really are. And that starts by you pulling away, okay? Totally pulling away. You are no longer in their life for any reason. There are no excuses here. You totally pull away, and then they start to understand, maybe I took this guy for granted. Maybe he means more to me than even I thought. And that only happens when you become scarce in their life, when they can no longer just text you, when they can no longer just call you and have you respond that day, that hour, or God forbid that minute. If you text her back, so help me God, I will pray that the flies from 1,000 camels will infest your nose hairs and block up your passages. Jesus, man. Stop texting women back the second you get a text from them. Oh my gosh. And I'm really just speaking about exes here, but still, man, have some self-respect. Self-respect. What's that? Number 3, and this is often overlooked, it places you in a position of power in your relationship or your void of a relationship. And what I mean by that is this. She had all the power in the relationship before. And that's probably part of the reason she broke up with you, because that's unattractive. Again, she could call you anytime she wanted. She could get a hold of you anytime she wanted. You could be at her house anytime she wanted. And a woman will never respect that long term. It's fun for a while, maybe a few weeks. I doubt it's even fun for a few months, being at her beck and call, being her little monkey. But here's the deal. Women do not want to lead the relationship. They don't want to lead the interaction. That's why when you hear a guy tell a girl or ask her, where do you want to eat at tonight? And the girl goes, I don't know. That's why she's telling you she doesn't know. She wants you to pick. Even if she tells you she doesn't like that place, you tell her, okay, where do you want to go? And she says, I want Taco Bell. You pull into McDonald's instead, okay? She says she wants TGI Fridays. You pull into Outback Steakhouse instead, okay? Just to spite her every once in a while is going to do you a lot of good. It's a little bit playful, and I promise you, it still lets you lead the interaction, which is what she really wants. And I'll tell you the best way to do that is just to tell her. Don't ask her. Just tell her, hey, Friday, Outback Steakhouse, let's go, me and you. Or she says, how'd you get my number? I thought we broke up. Yeah, don't do that. No contact. It's okay if she reaches out to you. You can absolutely tell her if you want, hey, great to hear from you. Let's do Outback this Friday at, whatever. Back to my point, a woman does not want to lead the interactions in her relationship. She wants to confide and trust in her man to lead the interaction wherever the man wants it to go. She wants to hitch her wagon to you, and she wants you to go somewhere. This is where hypergamy really starts to kick in, because she wants to hitch her wagon to a man that's going to take her to the best places that she could possibly go. Now, it's not the only thing that matters, but it does matter quite a bit. So why is the no contact strategy so effective? Well, number one, I said it gives your ex a view of a world without you in it. And then number two, it makes you more attractive. It allows you to focus on your goals. You become scarce in their life, which increases your value intuitively, innately, however you want to put it. And number three, it places you in a position of power in the relationship, which is where you should be, which is where she wants you to be, which is what makes you more attractive. Little bro, you got this. All right? Older bro's got you. You got this. Until next time.